Yes, I'm Heather.
And I'm Devon. And this is Magnetic Beings, the podcast.
Oh, we're interviewing Flat Earth Dave. Right now, he's going to be
Flat
in any
Earth
minute.
Dave.
I can hear you. Yeah. So what if you like glitch out and Dave's here and you don't get to ask your question? Do you want to tell me what your question is before? Because I just invited him.
I'm waiting for Spirit to tell me. Wait for Spirit to ask me what to ask.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what to ask.
I like it.
You have plenty of questions.
I do. I have a list.
And I have done no preparation.
That's good. That's okay.
His name is Flat Earth Dave.
You cannot miss that.
Scoop him up. Can't miss that.
Lots of good information.
All right, so let's start with some preliminary information. So can I ask you a question, Heather, before Dave comes up? How did you, and I know that like in your life you have always questioned everything, right? And you're a big researcher and you do a lot of that work, but like when was the moment that you knew that the globe theory was a lie?
About 2009. First, though, I started out thinking what I came here to Earth thinking was that it's a topographical plane, not a sphere, not a ball, you know? And then I went to private Christian school, which they didn't teach anything about any of that until 7th grade. So then I started just, seeing the globe and things like that in school. And so that's when I started going, I need to study more, these people know things I don't know. But I didn't get far ahead in trying to understand that before I had the questions about the moon landing. And then I would start looking at me. I'm like digging, and then I find information about something else. It was specifically the Van Allen belt. And I was like, oh, wait, what? Wait a minute. So yeah, it's like been deconstructing what I was trying to reconstruct. Because I thought I was dumb. So that was the real short answer.
You thought you were dumb, you said?
Yeah.
Why? Well, because they made you feel like you were.
Yeah, because I didn't know.
They, meaning the programmers.
Right.
And what you said to me earlier kind of hit me when we were having our conversation this morning. It's like when you talk to people about this and they're like, I just have a hard time believing that all of my teachers would have lied to me.
Right.
Talk about that a little bit, because it's a program that's from very high up here, right? It's not
yes.
Not everybody is in cahoots. It's people believe this.
Right. Because they took there was different agencies that measured things like the land and the ocean and how much and all of this, and they took all these agencies and kind of put them under the umbrella of what is now the NASA. And so hi Dave.
Hey there.
How are you?
Good. Where's my camera? There I am.
Hey, I'm Heather.
Hi, Heather.
And
I'm Devon.
Hey, Devon. What's up?
Hey, how are you, Dave?
Good. You hear me okay?
Yeah. Devon's in the car driving. She might have to mute.
Don't say that.
No, she's not. That. She's riding. Her husband's driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's riding. Yes. Gosh, Dave.
Gosh dang it. Yeah, but I'll be muting for some of the time.
Yeah, she's going to mute because she keeps losing reception. Yeah.
But I'm excited to meet you.
Oh, thanks. Turn that off. What's going on? What are we talking about? Flat Earth? Old world?
Yeah, man. Yes. Originally when I had filled out my little form online to talk to you, I had put Artemis in there because I was intrigued by your measurements that you were giving as to how fast they would have had been going to compared to how fast they said they were going and how far they went. But then, and maybe we can talk about that a little bit. But since then, it's been such a flop. Like even people who were so gung ho about the whole mission are like not even talking about it because they're embarrassed almost.
Well, it's funny. NASA in 10 days made more flat earthers than I have in 10 years.
I mean, literally, I was just telling her before you came up, the moon landing is what got my wheels rolling onto from one thing to the other, going, wait a minute, something's not adding up here. There's something not adding up with what they're telling us it is and what I'm deducting.
Yeah. The one of the things I made a video said, all right, if they're coming in at 25,000 miles an hour, there's no brakes. So there's two ways they slow down. One, the air slows them down to about 200 miles an hour. And then the parachutes come out, the initial ones slow it down more, and then the big parachutes come out. Because if the big parachutes came out at 200 miles an hour or faster, they would just shred instantly, right? So think about the atmosphere. At 100,000 feet, how much air is there to slow down a multi-ton pod falling in? Not much. But if it started slowing down at 100,000 feet, they'd have 8 seconds before they hit the ground. Now, that's if they were coming straight down. But they weren't. They say they come in at this angle, this crazy angle, right? A little too much, it would skip off into space. And a little too much, they'll burn up, right? Well, they said from the point where it hits the atmosphere to where it goes in the lands, in the ocean, is about, I think it's 1,500 miles. It's not very far. So if you take that angle and do the deceleration, they liquefy due to the G-forces, right? And that's if you start at 100,000 feet. I don't think they'd start slowing down until like 40,000 feet, maybe, right? And then you have 3 seconds until they hit the ground. So the problem is this thing doesn't have fins on it. It's not everything. It just falls down perfectly, right? It's the big flat bottom and then the cone top, like an upside down badminton, right? It's coming down and they're like, well, the bottom, the heat shield is very heavy. It's weighted. Okay, that's why it's not tumbling. Well, if it's coming in at an angle, how come it doesn't turn? How come if it's coming in at an angle, the heavy part should go down and it should tumble and just go sideways. And I look at Artemis like the Apollo landing. If you can't see the deception, I can't help you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? If you can't see it, you're the thing that you're not allowed to say on TikTok that begins with an R.
Right, yeah. Yeah. And I think that a lot of people did see a lot of things in this one.
There's still people though, they're like, yeah, what did you think of that Artemis? They went around the moon, they can't fake that. I'm like, I can't.
The other thing that's funny to me is that the whole, globe thing where they've put the globe on the desks, and then taught us it was globe, globe, globe. And then once you start questioning everything, and they've already given you the measurements, it's 24,901 miles, and all the measurements are worked out. And then they want to say, no, well, it's not a globe. It's shaped more like a pear. And I'm like, excuse me. And then I see that picture that Artemis supposedly took coming in. It's like a perfect
sphere. But you've seen this, but everybody go to wherever they sell globes and look at the thing. It says for decoration purposes only, not for education.
Right?
Yeah. Go to Home Goods. They got lots of globes there, and they all have that tag on them because they don't want someone buying a globe and trying to cross the ocean and then suing them for false information.
Right. Yeah.
I did in 1998. I was one of the 4 American windsurfers in the transatlantic windsurfing race. Oh. And we went from Newfoundland, Canada to Weymouth, England. Right? Now that works on a globe and it works on a flat earth, right? So we went across the ocean, whole thing. And then a couple years later, they said, we're going to do it, but from Brazil to Africa. Before I was a flat earther. I think it was before I was a flat earther. And maybe I was a flat earther then. And when they tried to do it, I'm like, it's not going to work. The distance is more than twice of what you think it is. And some weird stuff happened when they literally, the day they launched, like the military came in, MP both stopped them. You don't have permits. You can't do this, and stopped them and turned them around. And this weather system out of nowhere, like someone turned on a massive storm, came out of nowhere and stopped the whole thing from happening.
Wow.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Wow, that is crazy.
And here's another story. I just realized this yesterday because little things happen to me throughout my life that literally have lined me up for doing what I'm doing now. Just little things in kindergarten. You know, the teacher taught me about gravity, swinging a bucket around with water. And I questioned them. I'm like, wait, doesn't the water have to be on the outside? And you know, so when I was on the transatlantic race, we had a Russian icebreaker, 450-foot Russian icebreaker called the Captain Klebnikov. And it was a boat that normally takes people to Antarctica. Right? But we had hired it for this to be the mothership for this race. And they had a whole staff of people. You know, there was like a hotel on a boat, you know, a boat hotel, whatever. And the staff there was all of these Swedish women. And one day I think we're on the deck, or was it in the dining hall? No, I think it was on the deck. And I was asking them about Antarctica. This is 1998, before I had even heard of flat Earth, right? I didn't know anything about Antarctica. I didn't know anything. And I said to them, they said they went to Antarctica. I was very interested about the ice, and it's so cold. And I said, where do you go? And she told me, I said, do you ever go around? Do you ever go all the way around? You know, is there, you know, and they all looked at each other nervously and they giggled and they're like, no. I think they were all flat earthers. And they just like didn't want to talk about it because it was so demonized back then.
Well, yeah.
And looking back at it, they were very nervous and they were laughing. And then they chatted each other in Swedish. And then they came back to me and they're like, no, we can't do that. I wish I remember the whole thing.
Dave, let me say that just made something pop into my brain about, I'm a fan since 2014. I've been following you.
Yeah.
But I know that there was, recently you were invited to go to do the, final experiment.
Well, the final expedition, but it wasn't final and it wasn't an experiment. So go ahead.
Exactly. And again, one of those things that definitely works better on where'd he go?
Oh, they got him.
I'm going to keep, here he is back. Maybe, hopefully I didn't say a wrong word. I was like, oh no, should I not have said that? Well, anyway, so,
no, be careful what you say. I might get offended. There's nothing
no,
you can
I was
say
more
that
worried
offend
about
me.
AI censor. So anyway, your response to being invited on that was something like, and I don't deal with demons.
Yeah, that's I literally don't deal with demons. I'm going to make a shirt about that because it's the case. And if you have good spiritual connection, you can sense demons before a word comes out of their mouth.
Yes. I love that. I just thought that was so cool because I truly believe that, I think a lot of things are out to deceive us, and you recognizing that and being like, no amount of money, I'm not doing it. I just think that's
and I love that you said that because I didn't even know you said that till just right this second. So that's amazing.
That is exactly just today I was on Dips Live and there was this total globehead on there called something demon something, right? And I know I've heard this guy before and it's just a complete total waste of time. And I'm a mod and I was like, I didn't mean to mod. I was just looking the way to block him because literally I don't want demons watching my content. I don't want them commenting. So I block people. Like I'd have probably a ton more followers if I just block people that are a waste of energy because they're stealing our energy. And I actually banned him from the live by accident. So I'm learning. But it was pretty funny. But you can sense demons, and demons will freak out over truth. They hate truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right, especially another thing that I had said I'd like to talk about was the deception, because they have implanted people into the media, social media, that
Yep.
are just getting paid to lie.
There's bots. There's people. I mean, there's a couple types of people. There's ignorant globers. That's not a derogatory thing. We were all ignorant globers because we didn't know. Not only did we not know flat Earth, we didn't know the globe. Then there's anti-flat earthers. Those people are all atheists, every single one of them, and they're out there to deflect and steal our energy. We're in a spiritual war, and the way you win a spiritual war is you make people believe it doesn't exist. So they want our fear. They want us fighting. They don't care what side we're on. They want us fighting and feeding them that loose energy.
That's right.
And if you live in fear, you're literally feeding the machine. And here's the thing: people, when they're waking up to truth and they're learning all this deception, sometimes people just give up their power. They go, "I'm only one person. There's nothing I can do." That's the psyop. You can stop it all by just not participating. Here's the thing: the demons that presently rule over us, they're loose farmers. They're farmers. We're their cattle. And if you don't give them the loose energy, they'll ignore you and they'll go somewhere else for it. Right? So those demons, because I don't engage, I don't even think about them anymore. Like they don't even come across my random thoughts anymore. And
once you vibrate at a certain frequency, the lower vibrational beings can no longer see you.
Right. I'm hanging out with the cool people, with the cool vibration.
That's exactly right. I love that.
Well, okay. And another thing when we're talking about the deception is right from the get-go. I'm my age. I remember the internet beginning and having access to so much information, and it was like, wow. And then suddenly I watched it slowly get taken away, areas blocked, you couldn't go in, and then to eventually what we were talking about with these individuals. But even back then, they started a psyop with this, I believe, you may know better, with the Flat Earth Society, and I think it still throws people off, and it's got this stupid looking flat plate looking thing with water falling over the edges.
Yeah, I mean, you Google flat Earth, that's what they show you. They want, the people that believe in a globe don't know their own model, and they don't know the flat Earth model. They have two misconceptions, and then let me check with Google, let me check with ChatGPT, and it feeds them all of the propaganda. So,
yes.
I just had a guy this morning that he's just like, you're so delusional. I feel sorry for you. I'll pray for you. You don't see the world correctly. And I'm like, why don't you come on a podcast with me? Let's talk about it. We'll take turns presenting proofs. Well, I can't. I'm sick. I have cancer or whatever, and I'm like, okay, well then just here's some stuff to study. No, I'm not going to look at that stuff because you're just delusional. And I was like, I can't help you. And then he literally emailed me today. He goes, well, it's clear to see that you're wrong. You should be watching. And he lists off Psyop Man Dan, the Professor Dave, Fight the Fat Shirt. He lists off all of the top I'm like, I can't help you. You're listening to atheists and you're believing everything that they say. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's people when they first hear about flat Earth, they go, "Oh my God, that's so stupid." Come on, it's the 21st century. That's just all beliefs. But when you see the truth, you wonder, how the heck do people still believe in the globe? Mm-hmm. How is that even possible?
None of it makes sense.
Right? People do believe in the globe. I know the Earth is flat. I can't answer all your questions, but I know it's flat.
I
Move
think
with
what
them.
you do here, though, is so important. And I know you said a little while ago, you're like, well, I can't help you if you can't see the truth, but you can help just by showing up and doing stuff like this, even though, we're just two little people, trying to be
Yeah.
spiritual and help others on their path as well. What you do is so important. So thank you.
I appreciate it, and I'm making the momentum is building. My website, I just realized how horrible it is. It's so horrible. And 1995, right?
Oh,
In about a week or two, I'm going to have literally the best website on the internet, not just in the flat earther realm, but on the entire internet. It's
Oh,
going
I
to
love
be
that.
yeah.
absolutely it's being it's we're going to launch it next week. It's not going to be ready, but it's 1,000 times better than anything else out there already. And
That's
so it's going to be in beta, but it's going to have absolute amazing stuff for people to share information, to get more information, to learn. So all you have to do is send somebody there and just go to this website, hang out there for a half hour, and
You
That's
know,
you're
fantastic.
finished.
I have your app too. I love your app.
Thank you. Well,
I'm
that
still trying
app,
to get into some locked areas, but I just haven't had a lot of time to try and figure it out.
yeah. Are
Oh,
you a subscriber on the app?
yes.
Okay. Well, everything should be unlocked.
Oh, okay.
If it's not unlocked, just try. It's probably a connection. You just turn off your Wi-Fi, turn it back on. If that doesn't work, if you hit a button and it says you need to subscribe and you're already subscribed, just hit restore or subscribe again. You'll never be billed for the same time period twice. It just
Okay.
needs to re-register you in our database.
Gotcha.
It means your
Yeah.
phone lost the registration, and then everything's unlocked for $11 a year.
Yeah.
Right?
Awesome.
$11 a year. It's but people are like, why are you charging that? Because if you're a subscriber and use the app on a fairly regular basis, you cost me more than the cost of the app, which is $3. But if you don't want to subscribe, if you want to just learn about flat Earth, $3. But you have it forever, and everything's organized in there. But it's going to get so much better. It's going to blow your mind. What's happening? It's going to blow your mind.
Yeah. I get really. It's funny because I take it personal if I'm watching you on something and I see people in the comments giving you a hard time about an app that you're charging for. I'm like, that takes a lot of daggone work.
You
That's
know,
all.
I tell people, would you like to pay the 5-figure monthly bill on the app? Feel free. Let me know. You can take it over, and then I'll try to make it.
Yeah, I think that you just, yeah, you deserve. You put a lot of work into that, and it's awesome. Yeah, it helped me with the time part. You know how you have the clock around the edges, and it's not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you mean the time zones?
Let me see.
So what people don't realize, there's all these buttons on the app. But if you don't know what a button does, you just long press it. So if I long press the one with the clock hands, it tells you what it does. So I long press that button, and it tells you what it does.
Oh, that's cool.
So I click OK. I'll hit times, and so there's the times.
Yeah, that
There's the
part
time
that
zone.
really helped me having those numbers up like that.
Right, so you can see what time it is everywhere in the world from where you are.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's been awesome. And you turn on the time lapse, the time zones move with the sun. Wherever the sun is, it's noon.
Dave, I've had the pleasure of doing a couple of observations going live. Like, I've showed the sun from Virginia Beach while another person is watching it set in New Zealand. I think it was New Zealand. And then also, Devon went to Mauritius, and that was, oh my gosh. I said, y'all have got to.
You saw the sun set while they saw the sun rise.
It was rising for me and setting for him. I may be wrong about his location. Hold on a sec.
Oh no, it could rise for him and then set for you. I'm sorry. It just, if you look at the map, it makes perfect sense. When the sun goes over here, it'll be rising. Whoops, it'll be rising for him when it's over here, and then it'll be setting for you in Virginia.
Yeah, we're in the exact opposites, and it was cool because I felt like one of us was looking at the back of the sun and one of us was looking at the front. But
if anyone wants to know where my channels are and everything is at flatearthdave.com. But the website's fine right now, but wait until you see what's coming. It's gonna be mind blowing.
awesome.
Yeah, it's all about
Exciting.
It's all about, you said I ride on another frequency. We all ride on a frequency. I prefer to keep mine high. I don't go down into demonic frequencies. And when you don't do that, you don't have to deal with them. They can't come up to you. You could only go down to them, right? If things get really bad, I break out my tuning fork. This tuning fork, I don't know if you can hear it, but it is crazy.
Oh,
An amazing tuning fork.
Yeah.
It's like,
And you'll be able to find out.
I love tuning forks. I love your crystal tuning fork. Oh my gosh.
528.
wow.
I want it. I want it.
They're not cheap, but they're on sale, but they're not cheap.
No, they're not. Oh,
It's absolutely amazing. And they will be on my website, featured on my website.
I'm manifesting that. Yes.
That is
Yes.
beautiful. It's beautiful too.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my god.
it's still going. And like if you have an injury, like I'll put it on my shoulder. It's like
Yeah.
amazing. And it like you do it over your water or your wine or your apple cider,
Mhm.
and it changes the way it tastes.
Devon's the tuning fork queen. We love the tuning forks. It does. It's definitely healing.
That I use that with my Tesla while I'm on my Tesla coil, which is right here.
Oh, what does that do?
It's crazy.
You fire it up? Are you gonna fire it up?
I can fire it up. Let me see. Okay. I'm just trying to think
Dave,
of-
look, Devon's got her tuning fork on her in
Oh,
round.
wait. Over here, you put your head underneath that when it's attached to it, and it fills your body with this radiant energy. Literally, like if you were attached to it, and then I put my finger near your toe. Let's say your head was attached or whatever. Your finger, like this, lightning will jump from your finger like this, like lightning. Crazy.
What's that called?
It's called the Plasma Geo, and if anybody, they're again super not cheap. Okay, they're not cheap, and we're talking over 10,000, and they're absolutely amazing. But if you want more information on that, you can just email me info@theflatearthpodcast.com, and I'll give you all the information, and then you can check it all out.
Wow, that's really cool. I'm gonna look into that. That's something I hadn't
Yeah.
jumped into
It's
before.
amazing, and we have a whole Telegram group of people that are getting them.
Oh, me too.
The stuff that people are talking about in there is absolutely amazing. There you go.
Okay.
So there it is, and
Wow.
That's really cool.
it pulls all the energy out of the ground and the ether. It's absolutely amazing. It uses very little electricity. So I'll hook up the pancake.
I love everything about this conversation, just so that we're clear.
I wrote that down. Like, wait a minute, let me get my van set up first. And then I'm putting that in there.
All right. So I have it not hooked up to electricity. I have it running on this little battery, it's just a little battery, but it's putting out thousands of watts of electricity. So I turn this on, and so there's the spark gap, right? So this is pulling all this energy out. Then I go over here, and then you tune it, right? Depending on what you're doing. So here, let me just move my computer. All right, so this is the pancake, and I would put this on my lower back, but I'll see if I can show.
No way.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
And so if I
Holy crap.
I'm gonna put my foot on it, and now if I put my finger out and you brought your finger near my finger, you would get the same energy between my hand and your finger.
Yes, because we're conductors. Oh, I
Yeah.
love this.
And if you look, my LED lights are flashing because it's just sending so much energy in the room.
What if you hugged your wife? Would y'all both like feel that? Or
Oh,
would-
that's the problem. We'll be laying here. One of us will be on it, and we'll forget, and we'll touch the other person, and it's like, whoa! So if you want to
Yeah.
touch somebody, you got to touch them really quick.
Does
You got to
it hurt?
touch them. You got to touch, and then once you're connected, there's no shock. There's nothing.
Oh,
So like, if you're connected to it, and then somebody, and like, let's say you have a knot in your shoulder or some injury in your body, that person can work that injury, and they'll take the energy. It'll go through your body, through the injury, through the other person, and down into the floor.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. So
That is
information.
fantastic.
Look at all that copper. Oh my gosh.
it's absolutely amazing. And this, by the way, this is an old one. This one's 6 years old. I have a new tower coming that has this neon tube in it that lights up and it makes the whole room glow. And it sends out so much energy.
Wow.
And then this is
What are
my
you doing with the
platter
old one?
clock. Check this mother out. It's made of metal. And it shows you, made for, you can have it made to your time zone.
Oh wow.
And you can find that on the app in the shopping store. And that's not even mine. I just advertised it for someone else. And then this I won at the last conference in a raffle.
Oh, that's really cool.
Don't ask where you can buy one because you can't buy them.
It looks kind of like what's like my ring.
Yeah. It fills your body with life force energy. So the first thing it does is it makes all of your blood stop sticking together and it reduces inflammation body-wise. And then your body has, your cells use life force energy. And when you're on this, as you get older, your life force energy drops lower and lower, right? And as you have more toxins in your body, but this will give your body all of that life force energy. So any healing it needs to do, it's doing it at a much faster rate. You're healing like a baby would heal, or even faster. So here I have it hooked up to the headset, and if you look, I don't know if you'll be able to see the energy.
Yeah.
I gotta tune it. Hold on.
Hear it. We can hear the energy.
Hold on.
This is so
Resets
cool.
your body.
Yeah, you can kind of see it. See it?
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. I need that.
So
Oh,
you get underneath this thing, right? I'm not going to get in it right now, but I would sit underneath it. It's kind of like old hair dryer in the salon.
Yes, what
And then you're not even touching it, but the energy is going in your body. But if I went like this while I was in it, it's producing, that just shows you the energy, but it produces a blast of ozone and you can inhale the ozone, which is also really helpful for you. So
it's called the plasma
Take
G.
it's
all
called
my
the
money.
plasma. It's called the Plasma Geo, and they come from Mexico, and they take 40 working days to get after you pay for it, and it's a big deal. It's a big investment, but I'll tell you something. If I came up here this morning and mine was missing, I would buy another one immediately. The Plasma Geo, the company, I mean, you could look it up, radiantphi.com. But if you want to order them, you want to order it through me because you'll never get through to them. I do all of their orders for them.
okay.
And you're not allowed to make any claims about it, so I won't make any claims. But people have come over and used mine, and things that they had that they were told that they would have for the rest of their short life disappear for some reason.
Yeah.
Because they do ship worldwide. But again, the shipping is not cheap. The shipping to the United States is less than most other places, and it's right now it's like $1,800 for the full package. So, you know, if you're don't even think about it unless you have liquid funds to do that. And they take crypto, they take whatever you want. But again, I'm not selling these. I'm just helping people get them because the more people that have them around the world, the better the world will be, because there's 3 within a square mile of where I am, and the whole town is getting benefit. It's incredible what these things do.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's affecting everyone's bioelectric field.
So I'm sorry, what was your question?
When we're talking about flat Earth and how like there's the atmosphere and the container, right, that we are in, can you kind of explain how the energy flows, especially when you're using tools like that in relation to flat Earth? Does that make sense?
Well, I mean, if you look at the whole flat Earth model, it is an energetic system. This is just tapping into that system. The heliocentric ball is just a random speck that's stuck together in space with all nonsense to it. So it is just part of the system. Somebody said, "Who can afford that?" Well, a lot of people can afford it. Who can afford a car? If I had to choose between a car and this, I would choose this.
Mm.
But these people aren't in it for the money. They're in it to wake up the world. They're in it for the same reason I do what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So they need to make money. So they make a little bit of money. This is how they survive.
Yeah.
But these things should be $100,000 if you ask me.
Yeah, I think it's very cool. I would like to see.
If you really start digging in, the energy realist people out there, they'll say you can build one yourself for $2,000. Every single person that has tried has failed. Right?
Yeah, so I do Reiki, obviously. But
so if you did Reiki while somebody was on this, they also have a cupping. They have a cupping attachment.
Ah, that's cool.
It's crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So, but I do like a group Reiki. I'm getting ready to do group Reiki up in Pennsylvania in an EE system, energy enhancement system.
I'm aware of it.
Yeah. So, and I think that technology is amazing, but what you've got looks to be like 100,000 times more powerful.
It's absolutely incredible. Now you'll see on TikTok, people sell these little devices that you can get the same looking spark, right? It's not the same.
Yeah. Wow.
But I'm not saying, there's lots of good things out there. You have to find what works for you.
Yeah.
And there's also more and more of these around, and there's people that are offering them to people in their area, either for free or for a fee. I've been letting people use mine for the last few years for free. I've never ever charged anybody. And
I'd like to have a place that like a tanning salon, but it has one of those in it.
There's one place in is it in Cape Cod? Somewhere near Cape Cod, or anyone that's up there, that they are doing it commercially. So they're having people come into their health spa and they have one of these.
That's really cool. Yeah, I'm gonna look for that option because it's a little out of my budget. That price for me.
I got you.
I believe in it.
We're gonna manifest it. No, we are getting one of those.
It's in your budget. It's just it's going to manifest, and then
that's right. That's right.
It's coming. It's already done.
Yeah, it's already done. That's how it is. Done.
We'll be offering the
what?
plasma geo at our retreats here, starting in 2027.
Yeah, plasma geo retreats.
There you go.
I love it.
I was actually like the next conference I go to, I'll bring mine with me without the tower. You can use it without the tower also. It's a cheaper version. It's not. I don't want to say it's cheaper. The tower is considered an attachment at this point, so you don't have. So the Geo itself, which is just the box and the attachments, that's less, but not. It's not a ton less. It's I think it's like 9,000, but it's 150,000 pesos. So whatever that is, because that changes every day.
When's your next? I know that there was a flat Earth thing at Quartzsite. Are you doing another one of those?
I am sponsoring it by helping them out the best I can, but I don't think I'm going to make it to Quartzsite this year. There's so that is the internationaltruthexpo.com. Anybody that can make it to there, it's super fun. It's great being around awake, aware people. Then there's just before that, a couple weeks is truthercon.com, truthercon.com. And those guys are in Texas, easier to get to. That's a good one. And then in September, there's one in Spain by Conspiracy Music Guru, Alex Michael. And it's going to be just a great, high-level, awesome people. Conspiracy Music Guru is. Andrew Kaufman was there. And there's just so many people. It's just a great, it's going to be music and information and just good times. So that's 5 days in Spain. Tuesday, September 22nd. I think it goes for 2 days, and then there's a wraparound event so before it and after it, so you can make your trip a little more work. Trinity 4 is his channel. He is going to do this wraparound event. He's a great street activism guy.
Nice.
Yeah. We were doing street activism on the beach there last year, and we got this woman who's just very interested, and she was, I an astrophysicist or a rocket scientist from the European Space Agency, and we completely flattened her.
Did you really?
She blew her mind. And I had the P-1000 with me, and we looked out in the water, and we brought a boat back in, and she's like, "Oh my god, oh my god!"
No way.
Yeah, it was so fun.
That's
So
awesome.
fun. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I observed we have some windmills off the coast of Virginia Beach, 27 miles, and I was on a whale watch boat a mile offshore, and I could see those windmills, 27 miles.
Yeah, but
27
sometimes
miles.
people see the windmills and the bottom halves are missing, and the tops of when the arm comes down, it disappears below, just like my arm did there.
Yeah.
And people can't fathom how that can happen on a flat Earth, and that's understandable because you're thinking three-dimensionally, you're thinking physical obstruction, you're thinking you're not understanding what atmospheric magnification does. You're not understanding that your horizon. You know how flat Earthers say the horizon rises to eye level.
Yeah.
The horizon
Is it at eye level to begin with?
appears to be at eye level.
Okay.
But if you're looking at a relatively short distance over the water, it's 6 feet below my eye level, but it looks like it's at eye level, right? Because I'm standing up 6 feet tall. It looks like it's at my level, but when you're looking at something in the far distance, and watching the sunset, the horizon is 50,000 feet over your eye level, but it looks like it's at your eye level.
Oh, wait. Okay, this is gonna 50,000 feet over.
Or just a number. It depends on the day. But so if you think about it, you know how the sky ramps down and the floor ramps up due to perspective, right? The sides ramp in, everything goes to the vanishing point. The back ramps forward. Did you know that?
No.
The back ramps forward. When you look out over the water, over a flat area, and you look in your picture, let's say I look out over Long Island Sound. I can see New York City 25 miles away. I can see an island just about a mile away. Okay? From my feet in the picture, from the bottom of the picture all the way to the island is 97% of the image area. The next 24 miles is all pressed into 3% of that visual field. So that's the back ramping forward, right? And so you lose information. Visually, God created us so we can see our environment around us. And as things go away, they don't matter anymore, and we get less information from them. That's why we can't see things. Like when you watch let's say you're out a big field, a big open sky, and you see an airplane way, way away, so it looks pretty low, but it's high. It's just low due to perspective. You can watch that airline come towards you for miles and miles and miles, pass over you for miles and miles and miles, and go away, and the airplane never changes size. Shouldn't it have been a dot? It didn't get any smaller, because when something goes away from you, it gets small really fast, right? My hand is huge. It's on the whole camera, but look, wham, look how small it is. Look how small it is, right? And it's not going to get much smaller the farther. When I go back, it literally hits its limit. It gets tiny bit smaller. But as something's going farther away through the atmosphere, when it has moisture in it, is also magnifying it. So the farther away it goes, the smaller it gets, but it's also getting magnified. So when you got those windmills, you got waves in the foreground that are slightly above your eye level. So the magnification, when you magnify something, it'll push it literally right from your view below a table. You've seen the thing with the lens. You have a magnifying lens, and you drag something away on the table, and it literally sinks right into the table. That's what the atmosphere does. It's gonna make a good point. What's my point?
The windmills.
No, the
back ramping.
Oh yeah, the ramp. So visualize this because it's easier to do with graphics. But so I have I go out on a boat, and we're right near the shoreline. And the shoreline is 15 feet higher than the water, and then you have a 150-foot tree line, right? So the tree line is way above your head, right? So I'm looking up at the tree line, and my ramp of vision is like that. Make sense? You with me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, 10 miles inland is a small little city, and there's a building that sticks way up above the trees, but I can't see it because the tree line's above my head. As I go farther away, that the trees seem to be dropping. They seem to be dropping. So my angle of view keeps dropping and keeps dropping and keeps dropping, right? Because I'm getting a better view over the trees. And there comes a point where I can see the building. So a side view, this is my angle of view. I'm over here at my elbow, and here's the building, right? As I get closer to that building, I'm gonna have to look over those trees, and I can't see the building anymore, right? Because the trees are blocking me.
Yeah.
So as you go away, my angle of view goes like this. But when you're now that line, let's say I'm 26 miles away from those trees. Those trees look like Earth horizon to me. I can barely tell that they're trees, right? 26 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
If I had a yardstick from my eyes to those trees, that yardstick is ramping up. And everything, and I continue that line into infinite, anything below that line I can't see. I can't perceive this curve, this ramp up, because perspective makes it flat for me. Perspective makes it flat for me. When I look in New York City, we have cumulus clouds, or that nice flat cloud deck, right? The clouds over me, let's say they're 20,000 feet. The clouds over New York City are also 20,000 feet, but they look like they're touching the water, right? So if I drew a string from my eyes to those clouds, I would see a string paralleling the water going straight across. But if you were standing underneath that cloud in New York City and you could see the string, what would you see?
It would be close to me.
Well, no, the string is on the cloud, so it would be 20,000 feet over your head, and you'd see that string sloping down to me.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You would see a string 20,000 feet sloping down, going right to Dave Weiss's eyes.
I was trying to, for some reason in my head, I was thinking about the sun.
Yeah. So just think about that string. You see that big ramp going down. I see a string going straight from my eyes, straight across.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Right? And so you think that's the horizon, but it's way over your head. If you're sitting in your yard and you have a 5-foot high fence and your neighbor comes over and he's talking to you and you see him, as he walks away, he's going to disappear from the bottom up like that, right? Move that whole thing into the distance. He's still going to disappear from the bottom up, but it's not going to look like it's above your eye line. It's going to look like Earth horizon.
That was so, this is programming is so good on us through the education system that my brain completely short-circuited with the cloud to the string. It was like something just went, I couldn't even follow anymore. Isn't that crazy? And I was trying so hard, and I got it now. But
when in school, did they ever ask you to figure something out other than memorize?
Yeah.
Memorize and regurgitate.
Sorry about that.
And if you wear a white lab coat and you have a pocket protector with some pens in it, you're an authority.
Yeah. Well, I was telling Devon, we got 5 minutes, before you came on, that this paper I had come across from NASA that was from 1960 was talking about gathering all the agencies and putting them under this umbrella of what is NASA. And then it went through all the different things and how to, teach the children that it's this and that and the other. But the last part was hiring 5 people that would head up the whole organization that would then have subdivisions underneath them. So they make it so compartmentalized. And then they put, such a weight on everybody's job, that nobody really knows what's going on. And everybody's not lying to you. Everybody just isn't enlightened.
Most people aren't lying. The anti-flat earthers are lying, but most people, teachers are not liars. They're indoctrinated. Right? How do you become a teacher? Memorize, repeat, get 100%, and now you're a teacher. You're certified, and nobody can question you because you're a teacher. I was talking about the sunset. You want to learn more on the app, top there, I think it's the yellow. It says, "Where does the sun go?" Mm-hmm. Right? So this is the frequently asked questions page on the app, and there's tons of video examples, explanations. And people like, what difference does the shape of the earth make? I still have to go to work on Monday. Everyone says that. You know why? Because we were programmed to say that.
Right? You're a slave to the system.
Yeah, you're a slave to the system. In school, most people hated school, and most people hated math because they're teaching you corporate slave math, right? They teach you arithmetic. That's good. A little geometry. All right, you're a builder. That's good. But accounting, managerial accounting, they're teaching you useless math or slave math. They never teach you about vortex mathematics or sacred geometry. You guys know about sacred geometry, right?
Yes,
you know about vortex mathematics?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because if you did that, you might wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And people just like, you're crazy. You're a tinfoil hat. 15 years ago, if you believed in aliens, you were a crazy nut job. Now, if you don't believe in aliens, you're a crazy nut job.
Yeah, all right. Isn't that funny?
They're working on something. Something's coming pretty soon. Make sure you have enough of your non-GMO popcorn.
Yeah.
It's going to be a show.
Discernment. Use discernment, folks. Use your discernment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you so much Devin, did you have any more questions before we finish up?
No, I just am so happy to see that tuning fork. I'm going to be thinking about this.
I know.
You can get it at I'm going to put it on my website because I love it. TatarianEmpire.com. Right?
I love it.
TatarianEmpire.com. They have them in different sizes. I got the big bad boy.
I want the big bad boy. The bigger the tuning fork, the better.
That's what she said.
He pulled that thing out. I was like, what?
I was like, what is that? I must have that.
They're expensive.
I don't feel like we had enough time with you, Dave.
We got a few more minutes. You want to keep going? A few more.
Yeah, I know Heather had some more things she wanted to ask you.
No, I'm just thinking maybe we'll do another time with you one day soon.
You can. I don't mind that too. This is easy for me.
Oh, good. I love it.
So any questions in the chat? I haven't really been reading the chat.
We don't read the chat usually when we're doing a podcast because it's so distracting. But I'm gonna.
Well, maybe we take some questions from people in the chat.
Yeah. Does anyone have any questions for Dave? Snafu, Timmy. Hi. Ask Dave. How much money so that I collected from your app and personal? Oh yeah, Timmy's one of those.
Yeah, Liberty, the Liberty.
Never mind the data.
I'll answer it. How much money have I made from the app? Is that his question?
It doesn't matter who owns the app because
he's saying that my app leaks data. Yeah, the anti-flat earthers, they hacked into my app. That's totally been fixed. It's completely secure. But here's the question: Bank of America got hacked, Microsoft got hacked, Facebook got hacked, and every other major institution that you can think of got hacked, and they lost financial data. Here's what you lost in the app. All the information you put in there that you intended to share with all of the other users. There's nothing personal you put in there. Now, the only thing they did get was your app password, but the app says make sure you use a unique password that you don't use for anything else. So if you did that, nothing was leaked. But the entire thing was fixed. It's amazing. And, the Globers they'll just keep bringing that up again and again.
Yeah, but don't go assuming that you're going to go on any website or any social media site or anything that your information isn't get thrown from here all the way over to
here's
Israel.
The thing. Heather, you can put a fake name. None of it's verified. You can put any name you want. You can put any information you want in there, but the only information you put in there is the information that you want others to see.
Mm-hmm. Right.
There's no other information you're putting in there. What else we got?
This one's good. Too bad that the app uses globe math as if.
No. That's a good one. So
okay.
So it uses the Haversine formula. The Haversine formula has to do with the sky dome, and it's how you measure the dome of the sky. So when you measure angles to stars, you're measuring them off of a flat plane. It uses the Haversine, which is the dome of the sky. On the app, if you have the app, go to the video search and type in Haversine, and there's a short video explaining how it proves flat Earth. But the Globers will just say it the other way around. Nothing proves the globe. There is no globe proof.
You got people walking around trying to act like Atlas was carrying the globe. Atlas was holding up the Earth. He was holding up the cosmos.
The discount code is Flat Earth Dave. One word. Flat Earth Dave.
All right. Thank you.
But that's a good one. That tuning fork is a game changer. All right. Anything else? If anybody is interested in contacting me about the plasma, Yes, super expensive. Don't bother contacting me if you're not really interested, but I'll send you direct links. Actually, you can also find it on my website. I'll go down to the sponsors area. There's a big plasma geo button, and then you'll get lots of information.
So if you come back, then I want to talk about Devon's flight to Mauritius, because the plane that they were on had real cameras where they could actually see what they were going over as they flew over. And her and another friend of ours took pictures of their screens the entire time, all on the whole flight from France to Mauritius. And there's only two planes that make that flight. It's Air France or Air Mauritius. And the plane that they were on had this updated system that was so crazy. I could not believe the imagery that they were sending me. But then when I took it and I tried to put it onto a globe, they were like going across the equator, back down, over here.
There's no reason, if the Earth is a globe, that a flight taking off from a southern hemisphere airport going to any other southern hemisphere airport would ever need to cross the equator, right? The same is true for northern airports to other northern airports. Well, guess what? There aren't any flights that go from North Airport to another North Airport that ever cross the equator. But all of the long-haul flights, or many of them, do. Now, that's changing also because airplane technology is changing. Planes are going faster. They're using these 350-mile-an-hour wind currents out there. And some of them do make a loop along the outside, but they're going much faster. When someone says it's impossible to go from Santiago to Australia in the same time it takes to go from like LA to Spain, half the distance, well, that's not true. Heather, what if you and I had to both go on road trips? We're both going to leave at the same time. I have to go 1,000 miles. You have to go 500 miles. Is there any way that we could end up at our own destinations at the same time? Think about it. Is there a way? You're in your car. I'm in my car. There's no other restrictions on the equation, on the idea. I have to go 1,000 miles. You have to go 500 miles. Could we end up at our destinations at the same time?
Yes, if you were going really, really fast.
If I was going faster than you. Welcome to Flat Earth.
But look, I want to show you what the flight did when I put it on the Flat Earth map. It did.
It's a straight line, of course.
It made a spiral. They spiraled.
Oh, it made a spiral? What?
Yes. So it made me wonder.
According to what they showed you on the screen?
Yes. According to what they were taking pictures of their screen as they went by. I wondered if they were working on, if these were magnetic fields or something between the.
I've never seen that. I'd have to have more.
Here in Mauritius here. So why?
I know that over? We had Max Egan take the direct flight from Santiago to Australia. We thought that flight didn't exist. We're like, we didn't fathom that they have flights and the wind patterns and stuff. But he actually took compass readings the whole way. Now he expected to leave Santiago and go southwest, and then a little northwest or whatever and get there. But he went north, then northwest, then west, then southwest, then south. And you plot that out on a flat Earth map, it's a straight line between those 2 points.
Interesting.
That's what his compass said. He was not, and you can't say, oh, you flat Earthers, you're lying. He was an anti-flat Earth glober that was trying to prove that the flight existed. Well, it does exist, but it takes the route just like the flat Earth map says it would. On the app, if you go to the images section, type in Southern flights or just Southern, all of those maps come up of all of the emergency landings, everything. It's all there at your fingertips. And then you can share those images with your globy friends. Because I have to tell you guys something. Over time, all of your globy friends, whether they're college friends, childhood friends, they're going to become more and more distant from you. Okay? You need to convert them so they can see the reality of this world, so they can come closer to you. And I'm not saying that you can't be friends with somebody that's a glober, but wouldn't you want your friends understanding that we live at the center of creation?
I can't stop talking about it. So if they're not, they're probably annoyed.
Inspired. You're inspired. God's inspiring you.
Yeah.
Right. And then, so last thing, all of the data centers that are going up in the world, right? You know, AI, I don't believe AI is just an algorithm. AI is that we're literally communicating with something. All the data centers, they're using inordinate amounts of water, right? I think that they're trying to erase the memory of the water, because all of the memories of all of the world are stored like in the Akashic records or whatever you want to call it. Maybe that's water it's being stored in, and they're trying to erase it.
Wow.
That's my theory.
Because as above,
Yeah, that's
as
a good.
below.
That's
As above, so below.
As above, so below. All right, I do have to go. Thanks for having me on. Reach out and we'll schedule. This is easy
amazing.
for me. Anytime.
all right. Thank you. I know how to connect
Thank
with
you.
your calendar.
Look forward to talking to you again.
Actually, the calendar, I think that's a one-time use. So just reach out to me if it doesn't work.
Okay, I will. Thank you, Dave.
All right,
Appreciate
bye.
it.
Thanks. Bye.
Peace. Wow.
That was fun.
Wow.
That was so awesome.
That was incredible. I'm really happy.
Yes. Where you at?
I don't have any idea. I'm on the
Oh.
highway.
Are you here yet?
I'm on the highway. Just kidding.
To Heather.
Anyway, so all these beautiful people down here. Look at all you beautiful souls out there. Whether you're here with fear-based beliefs or whether you're ready to wake the F up, welcome in. It's good to see you.
Yes.
Happy to have you here.
Yes.
Well, Heather, thank you for scheduling that, because that is amazing. That was amazing.
Yeah.
I learned a lot.
Yeah.
During
Very
that
interesting. Yeah.
interaction. And that totally threw me. I had no idea he was going to come.
No,
with
I
all that
didn't know
healing
about
stuff.
all the healing things that he was involved with. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well, y'all
cool.
have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I'll see
Thanks,
you
Matt.
soon.
I'll see you soon, love. I love you. Have a beautiful day, everybody.
Love y'all.
Namaste.